Olympic Movement Part 2. Olympic Oath 1920. During opening ceremony, oath-taking ceremony is held by the athletes in the sports stadium. Host country representative will come forward holding the flag, following the flag bearers of competing nations. Host country representative takes oath on behalf of all athletes raising their right arm and repeating the oath after him/her. We swear that we will take part in the Olympic Games in loyal competition, respecting the regulations which govern them and desirous of participating in them in the true spirit of sportsmanship for the honor of our country and for the glory of sports. Rules for competitions. All males and females can participate in Olympic Games if they are amateur or professional. Sportspersons are selected by National Olympic Committee of each country. Only this organization approval recommendation is mandatory. Opening ceremony. Olympic torch flame is lit through sun rays in Olympic Village, Greece. Flame brought to the host country. March past by sportspersons. Always the Greece athletes are allowed to march in the stadium. Other teams march in the alphabetical order, and always the host country comes in the end. Oath taken. Recreational and cultural programs organized. Olympic flag hoisted. Olympic flame of the stadium is kindled by the torch. President P.M. declares the games open in the stadium. Closing ceremony. All countries' sportspersons assemble in the stadium. IOC President declares the games closed. Olympic flag is lowered and given to mayor, host city. Various cultural programs are organized. Olympic flame is extinguished. Olympic song. Games comes to an end. Olympic Ideals famous sermon of OG. The Olympic Games are remembered for the Bishop, Pennsylvania, ideal, famous sermon. Sermon: the important thing in Olympics is not to win, but to take part. The important thing in life is not the triumph, but struggle. The essential thing is not to have conquered but to have fought well. Olympic objectives. To pay attention towards physical education and sports competitions in all the countries of the world. To develop personality, character, citizenship qualities and health among the youths. Formation of good habits among sportspersons so that they could lead a healthy and prosperous life. To develop patriotism and fraternity among sportspersons. To develop international fraternity and peace. Not to have any discrimination on the basis of caste, race and religion. Olympic values. The aim of Olympic Games is to create worldwide peace and cooperation with the spirit of sports competitions. Olympic Games plays a significant role to develop the following values. 1. Friendship. It provides ample opportunities to develop friendship among participants and nations also as they get close to each other. 2. Solidarity. It enhances solidarity and cohesion among nations and participants by developing a feeling of brotherhood and unity. 3. Fair play. Fair play is the most important factor as it relates to justice and against any favor or inclination towards any team of a nation. Rules and regulations must be applied fairly to each team. The participants should not use any doping or unfair method to win the games by hook or by crook. 4. Free of discrimination. Olympic Games lay stress on the fact that there should be no racial, caste, religion discrimination among athletes. Every nation, every participant has equal rights to participate in all events to show their talent and performance. International Olympic Committee, IOC. Formed 23 June 1894. Formed by Baron Perry de Coubertin. Headquarters is equal to Lausanne, Switzerland. The International Olympic Committee, IOC, is a not-for-profit independent international organization that is committed to building a better world through sport. First President, IOC, Dimitrios Vikelas, a Greek, 1894 to 1996. Second President, IOC, Coubertin, 1896 to 1925. Presently 2016, 9th President, IOC, Thomas Bach, 2013 till now. About Thomas Bach, important note, along with Jacques Rogge 8 and Avery Brundage 5, he is the third president who was an Olympian. He is the only president with an Olympic gold medal in 1976. Its membership consists of 105 active members and 32 honorary members. It is committed to support and promote participation in sports throughout the world. It only organizes the Summer and Winter Modern Olympic Games every 4 years. 1 cent modern OG is equal to 1896. 1 cent winter OG is equal to 1924. Until 1992 both winter and summer OG were held in the same year. After that IOC took a decision to give a gap of 2 years, that is even years, between summer games to help space the planning of the two events 2 years apart from one another. And therefore, 1996 Summer Olympics followed by 1994 Winter Olympics. Since 2010, IOC has started to organize Summer and Winter Youth Olympics. 2010 is equal to first Summer Youth Olympics, Singapore. 2012 is equal to first Winter Youth Olympics, Innsbruck. Function of IOC: to organize the games uninterruptedly after every 4 years. To give the message of world peace, love and brotherhood through sports. To provide higher rank to non-professional amateur games in sports meet. For conducting the competition, fundamental rules and regulations are set up by this committee. Encourages the promotion of ethics in sports. It also acts against any form of discrimination affecting the Olympic movement. Encourage the promotion of women in sports. It leads the fight against doping in sports. Encourages the development of sports for all. It opposes any political or commercial abuse of sports and athletes. To decide the place and date of hosting the Olympics. Every 2 years, cities around the world make bids to the IOC to host the Olympics. When IOC is satisfied with the available facilities, abilities, the economic position of the National Olympic Funds in that country, then the committee decides the venue and date for the event. Indian Olympic Association, IOA. The Indian Olympic Association, IOA, is the body responsible for selecting athletes to represent India at the Olympic Games, Asian Games and other international athletic meets, and for managing the Indian teams at these events. It also acts as the Indian Commonwealth Games Association, responsible for selecting athletes to represent India at the Commonwealth Games. 1 cent founder president, Sir Dorabji Jamshedji Tata, 1927 to 1928. 1 cent founder secretary general, Dr. A.G. Nehru. Sir Dorabji Jamshedji Tata was also elected the first IOC member in India. To ND President, 1928, Maharaja Bhupinder Singh. The election of the office bearers of the IOA is held after every 4 years. Council consists of 1 president, 2 vice president, 9 deputy president, 6 joint secretary, 1 secretary general, 1 honorary, 1 treasurer cashier, 19 members out of which 7 representative of State Olympic Association and 12 representative of National Sports Federations Associations. How it started? Dorabji Tata had a vision to encourage sports in India. After 1920 Olympics, on advice of Sir Dorabji Tata, with the selection committee invited Dr. A.G. Nehru, Physical Education Director of YMCA India, to upgrade the level of sports. On 3 to 5 at February 1927, representatives from states gathered in Kolkata and the meeting was presided by Sir Dorabji Tata. In this meeting the decision was taken to form an association. Thus, after the consolidation of IOA, the 9th Olympics that were held in 1928, the hockey team was sent to participate and they won their first gold medal for the country, and from that time India has been continuously participating in the Olympics. Indian members of the International Olympic Committee were Dorabji Tata, 1920 to 1930, G.D. Sondi, 1932 to the 1950s, and Raja Bhalendra Singh, since 1947. They served as ambassadors of the International Olympic Committee to the Indian Olympic Association. IOA published magazine is equal to the Indian Olympic News. Aim of the magazine is equal to allocate more and more knowledge to the people regarding sports. Functions of IOA: development and promotion of the Olympic movement, enforcement of all rules and regulations of the IOC and IOA, to make efforts to organize the national games, to make efforts to adopt amateur approach, to send teams for the Olympic, Asian and other international events, to encourage the importance of sports, to establish peace and brotherhood on the national level, to keep the Olympic associations of the states under its authority and get the functions done under the rules of the IOC, to recommend the monetary aid among the federations, associations and the government.